not sure what's wrong with the, like, I've got the thing open on my phone. I'm not sure what's wrong with the screen. I'm not sure why it's like scooched up. It's not on OBS. So right, you're even quieter than usual, so that's brilliant. Don't mind the box that the mic's on. So I'm just gonna turn the microphone up, I think is how to negate this. I'm just gonna turn the music down to a whole point instead of, I think, 20 would have it on. See if that does any difference. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure why the stream is, at least on my side, its readings being like the bottom bit's cut off, but there's nothing on here that would signify that. Also, don't mind my nails, they're naked, and don't mind the dogs that are backing. Everyone around me appears to have like 2 dogs, and they are the loudest dogs in existence today, which is perfect. You know, they've been doing this since about 6:30, and it's 9:30 now. So don't mind this. It's like my mic is just sat on this box here for a bit of height. It would be cool to get one of those like arm things, so I could just suspend you. Obviously, where it's more useful. Because it doesn't appear to pick me up very well. I apologize for my voice. I have my water, my little pumpkin cup. I love this thing. But I am feeling a little bit dry today. I was doing like a fair bit of talking yesterday, but this is the new sock that we're working on, just to jump right in. This is the new sock we're working on. And I'm not loving it. So this is one of the stitch markers. Come here. One of the stitch markers I made a little reel on Instagram, and I clearly didn't make it like snappy enough because it's got like 120 views, something like that. It's really not doing well. I hate making reels. I never know what to do. I never know what music to use. I just, you know. But it feels like reels is like the only way to grow now. Like my reel, I've had it for ages. Cute little flexy one. But this is the wool that ever heals, walking in nature by Stylecraft. It is designed by Stuart Hillard. What? It's not the focus, but this guy. It is in the shade 3232, which is in this colour strut. So that's kind of, it's hard. The webcam doesn't want to focus. Ooh. Yeah, not happy campers, huh? I'm not sure if you can pick them. They don't sound too happy with each other. I hate it when dogs like bark with that like kind of bark. It really makes me quite scared. Those that don't know, I have a fear of dogs. From an event that happened. But anyway, they've been doing this for hours. I'm not sure why they haven't been brought in. Because they're not out all the time usually. There's someone out there with them there. Clearly not doing anything. But yes, this is how the colour pooling is supposed to look, which is, I suppose, how it is going. But I didn't see any of this blue in the ball. It was sort of the yellow, the orange and the red and like a bit of the green. So I thought it would kind of pool a little bit nicer. So I kind of wanted like that kind of colour, which is what the like sample knit has been done in, or like the pattern one's been done in. So that's kind of what I was aiming for, and I thought that I got it with this, but I did not, clearly. This ball of wool costed isn't a word. I think it was £6.80 something. And I got it about a year ago now. Or like 6 months ago, something like that. Yeah, I think, I don't know, it's a little bit ugly. And I kind of wish that I hadn't done this pattern, but I'm not bothered enough by it to undo it. This is about 4 days like work, and I'm just not I'm not bothered enough to restart it, because at the end of the day it's going to be a functional pair of socks, and that's really the most important part. I do like my little, oh, I can swap this one for the cute spoon. Why am I using this basic one? So I made these little stitch markers. By made, I mean I put the little middle, I keep wanting to come really close. Put the middle ring on, and I put the middle ring on the I was gonna say lightning bolt on the light bulb, and these are just some charms I found in a tub in the workshop. So I was just like, I can make some cute charms now. And then I went online and I purchased some shrinky paper stuff. I don't mind the several. Oh, these are just my moles actually. I thought you could see the spots on my arm. I tend to get heat rash quite a bit in like the spots form, and I just can't help but pick at them. And I know I shouldn't, but I like it. But yeah, those are just my moles that you can see. I have quite a couple, look. Interesting. So a little bit of my tattoo there. Ooh, spicy. But yeah, so you're on this box, because we're a super professional streamer. I don't think I'll be needing this anytime soon, but yeah, we're in my Halloween, my little pumpkin bag. These socks are called, I think, Cozy Autumn Socks by This Handmade Life. When I finish them, which won't be for a while because this is the first one, when I finish them I will post a picture up, I think on my Instagram, so I don't know if she has a Twitter. How have you done this? Why have you done this? Oh, it's just as easy as pulling it off. Let's go. Now we're doing like the decreasey bits. So we've done our heel turn. Yeah, I kind of wish I'd done something more lacy, I think, so that it would actually show. Because there is like yarn overs that follow down these little strips here, but they're just not visible. I don't know what I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but they're just not visible. And this is sock weight yarn, so it's not like I'm using, you know, something slightly thicker, so it's not making the loop-de-loops properly. But you know, we live and we live. So what round are we on? Round 1. Cookie. So I'm following the pattern that is off screen. This is a free pattern. I've made, I think this is my 3rd pair of this Handmade Life's free sock patterns. I love some of her like paid for patterns, but I'm just not in the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the kind of space right now to be purchasing patterns when there's so many that I already have. Like I said, I've got that whole book, and I want to make at least 6 as like imminent makes. I think I have 5 balls of wool left, not counting what I currently have on the needles, which I don't know when I'm ever going to finish. Oh, when I say when I'm ever, like, I need to not cast on anything else because it's a like want to work on those. But the one that I have currently, it's you're doing a cable and then you're doing like a hindy yarn overy kind of stitch also in the cable, and it's just like a lot of work that doesn't really look very good because again I picked quite a, no it's not yarn over yet, K-tog. This one is super easy to do, there's no like special terminology or anything. There's no cable needle, it's all just knit together and yarn overs, which is really kind of cool and interesting. Is this supposed to be a decrease or it is? Okey-dokey. So again for this one I just finished the row so that it'll go in the little pouch a bit better. But yeah, it's not going too bad. Like I said, the pattern's nice, the wool is pretty, I just wish it wasn't looking as naff as it is. I don't know, I don't know if I'm just being like a mega hater, but it's kind of, it doesn't flow. I wish it would like ombre a little bit nicer. I don't know, I just don't know if I'm losing the pattern, but again, it's not bugging me enough for me to care to pull it out and redo it. I'm just going to finish these socks and they will be what they will be, which is fine, you know. It's a good lesson to kind of manage your expectations, you know, especially for me. I get an idea in my head and I have such like a ultimate end goal kind of, I'm just going to sit that on there, ultimate kind of end goal idea of how it's going to turn out, how it's going to look. I unintentionally kind of inflate my skill, I guess, not to like make myself seem better for an interview or anything like that. I never use it in a professional setting. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. I'm very harsh on myself when sort of telling people what I do and how I do it and things like that. But in my expectations, I'm like, you should be able to make this super high end, super well constructed, super well finished thing, and I'm always like a week. I can do it in like a week, and I really can't. It's not a feasible timeline I ever give myself. Just having a drink there. But yeah, I never give myself an appropriate deadline. And I always kind of pick things that are really like difficult or intricate, or it's difficult fabric, or I only give myself like 2.5 days and it needs like 5. I'm really bad with that, and then I get really annoyed at myself because I haven't finished it either to the standard that I told myself I should be at, or you know, it's day 2's gone and it's only half done, because that was realistically the time that it would take, but in my head I'm like, you need to do better, you know? Which I think is something that a lot of people struggle with. Please. Also, I'm in a short shirt today, short sleeved. I don't own anything cropped. Fun factoroonie. That's a lie. I own one cropped like cardigan thing, but that's because I wear it open, like a bolero. It's not supposed to be, but I never close it. It just looks a bit janky. Bless it. I've been teaching myself crochet at the workshop, so hopefully that can be something cool, something soon. I've currently done 2. Come here. I've currently done 2 patterns. I made a dinosaur. I can't remember whose because my saved is so full of crochet patterns, and there's a lot of overlap. I have noticed that there's a lot of overlap. Same with knitting, I suppose, but I don't tend to bookmark knitting. There doesn't tend to be like free knitting pattern Instagram pages like there are for crochet. You know, they have the instructions, like, goodness me, my voice, I'm so sorry. where they have the instructions like in the post, you know. I've noticed a lot of knitting seem to be like free on Ravelry, so you've got to go to that section, which is fine. Like I say, it just means I don't have a big list of things. I tend to click the link to go to Ravelry to put it in my favourites. But yeah, I have so many dinosaurs. So I made a little fluffy dinosaur. It was a Stegosaurus, I think, the one with the spikes down the back. I made one of those. I made it out of blue and black, like navy blue and black. I want to say cochineal. That's like my word of the week. I don't know why. It's the word my brain seems to want me to say a lot, and I've never needed it. Now I want to say baleen. It's not that either. The fluffy yarn. The fluffy. I want to say chenille. Is that right? I'll use that anyway. The fluffy stuff. I'm just gonna turn this down. The music's been quite distracting in my ear. The blue was size 2 and the black was size 1, and I think it made cute, like little sharpy, pointy things because they were little puff stitches. And it's the first time I'd ever done a puff stitch. And the lady in the tutorial, because it was a YouTube tutorial, when I post them, I will type them in, you know. Because I posted a dinosaur that went in a highlight, but I didn't put who the pattern was, so I kind of like to save that for a post or something like that. Also, no one sees it, so it's really embarrassing for me. You know. My Instagram's been doing like so bad. Usually I had a couple of people that would watch and like my stuff, but now it's gone to absolutely nothing. But I did make some attempt with reels, sort of in the beginning months of the year, but I just fell out of it, you know. Absolutely fell out of it. It was a lot of having a lot of long-term projects and a lot of things that I couldn't share whips of, you know. So like the songs I want to cover, I like to keep those secret till I post the like codey word post, you know. So I just think it's really fun. So I can't post anything about the whips that I'm drawing because it will give away, this one especially, it will give away the song that I'm working on. I don't want it to give away the song that I'm working on till the guess the name post thing comes out, you know? So I can't really share anything like that, and it's taking absolute forever. Maybe because I decided to make 4 entirely different fully rendered artworks for it. That could be the problem. Am I gonna change? No. So that's just like a past, future, and present me problem. But oops, nope, come here. I've done that a lot recently, just been sliding them off my needles when I did not intend to. You need to go down there. But yeah, I've been teaching myself crochet, so I made the dinosaur, and it went moderately okay. I originally started doing it the wrong way, so you're supposed to sort of crochet like this, so you're supposed to crochet into the edge with the middle kind of holding on here, whereas I was doing it this way. So I just had to like pull my needle out, switch around the way that it was going. With that inside out, I didn't like how the other side looked, so I kind of just sort of did a little sneaky and then up to the left, which, you know, I think it's fine. No one's gonna know. Unless I tell them. Unless they watch this and then they're like, oh, crimes. I bet I've done this wrong. What have I done? How have I done this wrong? How am I always incorrect? Does it need to be here? Would appear so, yes. I promise I've done a pal before. But this pattern is super easy to do. Like I say, it's coming up relatively quick because it doesn't need any cable needles, any like markers to keep the pattern or anything like that. It's super simple, super easy kind of pattern to do. Yeah, I'm enjoying it anyway. I just wish the yarn was a little bit either more subtle. I feel like it's too loud, or I don't know. But like I said, I'm not ripping it out, so we shall just live and let live. I've been using I've been using the wax burner in the workroom for a bit now, and it's really nice. My mum got me a like advent calendar thing, but it's full of wax melts, different scents and things like that. So there's quite a few of, I think it's called like winter pine or something, and it just smells like the pine version of like the fresh car smell. You know when you get those like car freshener things, it smells a lot like the pine one. It's really chemically and really kind of very there. I'm not too fond of that, so I've been breaking off like a teeny tiny bit of that one to use with some of the other ones, in the hopes it will like dampen it down so that I can still breathe in my room. Because I had one of those scent things that you plug into the wall. Because I'm not sure if I've told you guys, I think I have, but I have pretty bad recurring like mold growing in my window. And I clean it every other week. Because I'm too lazy to clean it every week. Does it need cleaning every week? Probably yes. Do I do it? No. I'm just lazy like that, you know. But I do it every other week. But the smell sometimes when I come in is like nail varnish on steroids. So it's a little bit, it feels a bit icky on my throat, you know. So I had, oh no, I dropped it. No, it's absolutely shedding. One thing I will say, this wool doesn't feel like it's been like plaited together very well. Like, I've just dropped this stitch now, it's all split apart. Right, who's where? Why is what? When is how? And then you come back over here. Let's do it again. So if they fall apart at this one corner up here, I know which stitch is giving me hassle. Off you go. But yeah, so anyway, it has like a strong kind of thinner nail varnishy kind of smell. Yeah, standard nail smell. And because I had to have my window open, because I mean that's all they tell you to open the window. That was like the first thing she said. She asked if I'd been like wetting the windows. And I was like, no, you clean them from the outside because I don't touch them on the inside. Like, what do you mean, lady? And then she's like, oh, just leave it open and it'll go away. So we had it open for a little bit, and it seems to have like slowed down how much it returns. But I'm kind of sort of convinced that the bricks are actually sponges. And it's just not going to go anywhere until they do something structural, which obviously the landlord does not want to do because money, and I would have no walls, so we would have to like move house. So I'm not too fond of that either. But yeah, so anyway, the smell gets really bad and it makes me cough when I sleep. So that was a decrease and it was a 3. So we kind of just sort of, as much as I'm cleaning it, it just isn't doing anything really particularly for it, so I'm kind of just living with it now, you know. It's like a weird cousin that comes around for Christmas that licks all your trucks, you know. You're like, okay, great, you're here, I'll just kind of work around you, you know. It's a bit like that anyway. So I had a like plug into the wall scent thing, you know, the 3 ones that like change scents throughout the day. There was an option of 2 in the place where I got it from. It was either flowers that smell like cat piss or flowers that smelled really chemically of flowers. So I was like, right, okay. So obviously I got the ones that just smell of chemicals. Because, yeah, it was like lily, white rose, and something else, but it just smelled really ammonia-y, and I was like, nah. I'm not trading paint stripper for ammonia. You know? It was, yeah, no. No. They were both, like, entirely full, so shocker. But there was none others in the shop, and I was like, okay. And the other things were things that were like £25 for, you know, the big standy ones. So I guess they're more obviously to make than like a little plug into the wall one. But it was just, you know, and there was like 2 extra scents. There was like a strawberry berries one or something. I think it was like strawberry berry delight, as if the strawberry isn't a berry. So I'm not sure what they've done to the strawberry to make it not identify as a berry, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I didn't fancy spending, because it was just 20 for the like structure, the thing, the tool, and it came with 1 vanilla, and I was like, I'm not really a fan of vanilla, especially not by this company. It's really chemically. Which company? No idea. All of the logos kind of blend into one. There are 4 different brands, but they all kind of have the same sort of smells, and none of them were nice. There's a little bit of being stuck between like a rock and a hard place, you know? Stinky window or like stinky wall thing. Which, you know, it's just brilliant. Yeah. But yeah, I settled on the chemical flowers, and then I sprayed it. I like had it on for a little bit. I only had it on for a couple of hours because the smell is too intense for me. It gives me a headache. It absolutely gives me a migraine, the chemicals in it. So I have to have my window fully open and my door open to dissipate the smell, and no one else likes it. So, and there's no plug on the landing, so I can't put it on the landing to make like the whole house smell, because there is no plug and no one else likes the smell. I'm not particularly fond on it, but you know, it's a little bit like brilliant. So I'm gonna have it on for a little bit, but I don't want it on without me in the room in case it sets fire, because I don't trust these plugs either. See before reason of the walls are sponge. But yeah, I just don't. Goodness me, my voice. I just don't trust it on its own, so I kind of have to be in with it. And then I'm getting a headache because it's too intense. So I've gone back to using my wax burner, and it's been pleasant. Currently, I have, it's not on, but the scent that I have in it is this green one. It's cold. It's fine. It's not gonna spill. And it's this one, and it's really, really nice. I'm just gonna, a whiff of it there as I passed it through. I could have probably put that on, to be fair. I keep forgetting. Usually I put it on before I start something, because I've already started. It's 10 o'clock, so we'll pop it on for a little bit. The plug is just on the music thing off. It was an accident, but I didn't, some genius. So it's these. I got these recently. They're Pioneer Woman. That's what this says. It's kind of hard to read. I apologize. I just love the tins. I mainly got it because I love the tins. But they're this cute little flowery ones. You get 10. I've used 2. And then there's some in the bottom here. Did you get more than 10? 4, 8. Not sure. But yes, there's 10 pieces on the packet. Oops, throwing things around. So this one is the one that I have currently. The lid doesn't quite want to sit on it properly, but then sometimes it does. I'm just gonna play with it a little bit. It has got basil, sage, peach, nectarine, and apricot, and it's the fuzziness of the peach that you can really smell. So it's a really nice one. They had 3 flavours. one of them was mint and myrrh, I think, and it just smelled like sweaty feet. So as much as I loved the tin, I could not see me like putting up with using it. So I just got the two that I liked. These ones are, goodness me, big yawn. Little yellow flowers. Oh, this one's so good. I like cinnamon kind of scents. That's what this is. It just smells like a cinnamon. Goodness me, these lids. It just smells like a cinnamon, like donut. It smells so good. So you've got brown sugar, cinnamon bread. Oh, cinnamon bread. I thought that was a comma. It appears to be. Cinnamon bread. Brown sugar, cinnamon bread, vanilla, spice, and maple. It's really nice. Again, this is by Pioneer Woman. Oh, this one's called French Toast. And this one's basil and peach. Interesting, but yeah, I got these. Again, like mainly for the tin, but also the scents are nice. But yeah, the other one just smelled like sweaty feet, and I was like, no. It was like a blue, so more like this one, flower. I think it was white with blue flowers, I can't remember, but it smelled well. It was not a nice smell at all. But it said 10 options on the little label thing, but there was only 3. But there was a lot of only 3, so I'm not sure if they came in 10 and they just got a shipment of 3. But you know, it's what it is. I got the smells I liked and the tins I liked. But yeah, I've got one of the peach ones in the incensey thing now. It's really nice. It's like a strong enough smell so you can smell it, but it's bent enough for it to not like choke you. It's really nice. I've had like sandalwood, I think, and one that was called like Angel's Breath or something. But I just smell like talcum powder, so it wasn't the worst, to be honest. I smell worse, but I have some more wax melts because I went through a stage of like buying some. I bought like 3 or 4 packets, truthfully, you know. And then I got given like them for gifts. Why have you not gone right? Have you gone right? I've just not been paying attention. Is there a yarn over? There is. Oh, wow. Usually if I'm not paying full attention, I will do something wrong, and that's what I thought I'd done. But I have not, because I'm a genius. So we're just gonna change this to this one. Just so I can see if anything's happening. 2 and then 1, 2. But yeah, I have a lot of like watermelon, I think I have one that's like brown sugar and cinnamon in the drawer. That one's quite nice. I have one that's on my desk, but because I'm an absolute fiend, I like smell it all the time. Let me see. Oh, puppy, have it your way. I did not. Where's it gone? Oh, I did. I just put it back, but I put something else over the top of it. So I'm a genius. I love this one. Iced lemon sugar cookie. It's starting to like go a little bit strange, but it still smells so good. Yeah, citral, lemon oil, orange terpenes, and lime oil terpenes. Yeah, don't feed to your fish is like one of the big things I noticed on. Yeah, I've had this for a while. I'm not sure if it'll have a... I got it from Asda, if that's helpful. I've had this for years now. Like years. I got this before I moved for university. at it for ages. And I've never bent one cube because I'm scared of running out, because I haven't found one that smells the same. That's how much I like the smell. I don't want to use it. Because I can smell it in its little container, so I don't need to burn it to smell it, so I don't want it to run out. And like I say, I haven't found anything similar at all. But quite a few wax melts. Do like a wax melt tour. This week I have been a very busy bee. I think I've been a moderately busy bee. So I've got those crochet things that took way too long. on the like instruction-y post, they're like, this takes me about half an hour to an hour, so you know, if you know what you're doing, it should be quick. It took me 2 days. They've both taken like either 1 whole day or most of 2 days. Which is great. But I am learning. I have a like a thing online. It's like a little poster. I need to print it off really and take it to the museum with me. It's like, this is this stitch. You know, it's like, put yarn over the needle, put the needle in the next stitch, put yarn over the needle, play out. It has like the description of what the stitch is, and then it has like, this is called a this in UK terms, and it's called a this in US terms, and it's got the little chart, like figure icon thingy. It's got that too, which is quite helpful. I've never read a chart before, but I do want to learn. Because I have found a like antique book of crochet patterns, and I want to make them all, so I need to learn how to work from a chart, because they're all in charts, I think. All the ones I wanted to do were in charts anyway. I kind of just like scroll through and then see what appeals to me that way, and then I'll just learn, you know? So I need to learn how to do that. There's a lot of like, oh hey, I didn't know you were here. Sorry, I have my mic on this box. It's a laptop kit. But yeah, it's right next to me, and I've turned the microphone up, so I'm not sure how to mix that. But thank you. I've completely lost my train of thought now. I'm like panicking. What was I saying? I finished the wax melt. Oh, the crochet talk. Yeah. I made a pouch. I took a picture of it. I made a pouch. It's put like headphones in and stuff. Which I don't use. The small ones of. I have the big over here clunky ones, so they're not gonna fit. But yeah, I made a pouch. I made a flower pouch, and then I'm gonna make a cat paw one. For someone's birthday, so shush, don't tell anyone, okay? Secret between you and me. And then I drafted a skirt, and a video's coming on that soon, but I did what I was talking about earlier. I like second guessed myself, and then I added a lot. I added ½ inch to each seam on all seams, which there was 3 seams, well there was 6 seams, so that, you know, it adds up. I think that's what, 3 inches, something like that. And then I added 2 centimeters to the front, and I'm not sure why I did that. I can't remember. It made sense at the time, I'm sure, but looking back, I'm like, why did you do that? So the skirt ended up being too big for me, and then I had sewn down the waistband, I had to pick it all, and it was a nightmare. Also spoilers, because this video is going out at some point. I've loaded in the clips into the editing software. I just need to edit them down and do the voiceover, but you know, that's coming soon. But I fixed it, and it's wearable, it's cute. It's a bit thin. I need to make a underdress thingy, which is the only downside I've noticed to working with the quilt covers and stuff. They seem to be polycottons and quite thin, but once you've made an underdress thing, you've kind of got it sorted, you know. The only thing that'll change is like the neckline, but I'm not one for particularly low necklines, so I shouldn't need to make like a super special one. I have got a new game on my Switch, because I'm still stuck on Spiritfarer, by the way, so we're not going to have another stream on that till I think Quinn comes down, and then he's going to get it off the level, because my mum, I gave it to my poor mother, bless her. So I was live on a Tuesday, and usually I'm at work on a Tuesday at the workshop, but my mum was ill, like really ill, and she was like, please stay. So we didn't go to work, which is why I went live, which is very fun. But I gave it to her, bless her. She was like half asleep. I'm like, Mom, get me up this level. And she played it for about 6 hours, and we're still stuck on the same level. So yeah, thanks for it, Farah. I'm kind of hoping that I wasn't supposed to give the opals to the bushy thing. You have to get another skill. I'm kind of hoping that that wasn't what we were supposed to do, because I obviously didn't do it. And now I believe that we're locked into the... I wouldn't imagine so, right? It wouldn't have let me start playing it if I wasn't supposed to be there at that time, right? Right, I'm coping so hard right now. But yeah, we're still stuck on the exact same level. My mum got me further than I got myself. Where are we? 7. Okay. But yeah, we're still stuck. I used to, when we played, well, I got Mario, as every kid does, on like DS Lite. And I only knew that there was one world. I didn't know there was multiple worlds because I didn't pay attention to what was on the bottom of the screen. Like remotely. It clearly shows you that there's multiple worlds, doesn't it? But I didn't know that, right? Okay, I didn't know they were a thing. Because I could never get off the base world. I could get, I think, to the first Bowser's Castle. And then I would just be, like, stuck. So my mum would have to, like, come in and play it for me. And I think I gave her it before I went to school. And then when I came back, she had unlocked all but the last castle. And I was like, whoa. So yeah, she now gets punished with fixing my games for me. She loves me. It's fine. But yeah, if we were streaming that, there was so much swearing, bless her. She was not a happy camper. I can't say I blame the games. Oh, I've done this wrong. Dang it. I think. I don't think I did a K-tog. Doop, 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 doop. Yana. Then two together, yeah. I didn't do it. Naughty, naughty. But I caught it before I went like 4 rows extra, so. Oh, dang it. No, come here. We're good. No, stop. Why are you misbehaving? Nope. But yeah, so it's been a busy week, I think. What was I doing at the beginning of the week? Like Monday. Oh well, I wasn't there on Tuesday, was I? And then Wednesday, I think I started to make the skirt. So yeah, I think I've accounted for everything. I have no idea where I am. But yesterday I started to fall. Yeah. I was panicked. I'm like, why are there stitches here? They're meant to be. It's fine. It's making the pan. Also, I'm making a new sock. Let's go. I really want to work on my green one because with the wool I got for Christmas, it's like green and glittery, and I love it. But I had to finish these two. I have this one, and I have that blue one that I'm not talking to because it's been stinky. But no, stop it. I need to finish them before starting anything else. I don't like having too many whips in progress at once. So, where are we going? A decrease. Locally. Okay, I need to finish these because I think I have 5 bags that I'm able to use like progress bags, kind of like these. I have 4 of these and I have one sort of envelope style one. It's got chickens on it. It's kind of cute. But I don't really like to have that many progresses on the go. So I do want to start making an Edwardian jumper. You know, like the cycling jumpers with the big puffy tops of sleeves. I want to make one of those. And I'm going to make it in grey because we got a massive like order shipment collection thing of wools and it's like 99% grey. So I want to start using some of the grey because I don't mind grey. So I want to do that. But I've kind of just been like stuck kind of in the zone, you know? And I could take it to work on it in the workshop, but I only have a sewing machine at the workshop, so I don't really be kind of trading sewing time for knitting time, and I could be knitting at home. Kind of vibe. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're just gonna decrease. So we're doing a normal row. Okie dokie. Yes, new games, that's where I was. We have got one called Tricky Doors, I believe it's called. I literally just checked before stream, I cannot remember what it said. It's like an escape room kind of thing, like a point and click, which is my jam. But I think it's Alice in Wonderland themed. I think it's got mushrooms like all over it, and it looks like the one that the caterpillar sits on. No, behave. In Alice in Wonderland. So I think it might have something to do with that. I can't remember what it said. There's some horror games, and considering I tried to play White Knight again, and I just felt violently ill. It made me feel like really like unnerved, like on edge, and my stomach just hurt really bad. I just felt really panicky, you know? I think it's the music. So I'm not sure if I'd be able to play it without music, considering you don't get a warning that she's there. She's just kind of there. So you don't really get any benefit from the music, but it adds atmosphere. I don't want to be a little, you know, little pansy. But yeah, I tried to play it again, it just scares me too much. So that's another game I'm gonna offload to someone else. I'm good at this. Just offload my games. But there was a few others that I wanted to play because they look really cool. I don't know how well they're going to play on the Switch. It looked like they were intended as like PC games and then they've just been like, is it transferred over? Ported over? I don't know what the fancy words are. I start my sentences and I don't know how to finish them. Goodness me, big cough. I only have water in my little pumpkin today. I forgot to get juice last night because I'm a genius. I'm like sat away from the mic, it's probably not helping. Hello there. Oh, I just keep the table. The pain, ow, ow, ow. I keep hitting my headphone cable, which is this, by the way. I'm really sorry, I should have put that somewhere, but it's fine. You can't see it, it's not there, okay? But yeah, I have Tricky Doors. I got that one because it wasn't, didn't say that it was gonna be ooky spooky, just that it was like a story kind of one. Because I'm pretty sure someone got murdered. I'm pretty sure that was in the spoiler alert, BT dubs. But I'm pretty sure that's what we're trying to work out. I think we're getting framed for it or something. I'm not 100% sure. But there was another game that I quite liked. That was of a similar kind of room explory kind of thing, but it was a hotel, I think. And there was a lady crawling on the wall and she screamed at you, but it was a very predictable jump scare, so it didn't get me. But that lady needs to brush her teeth. They were not nice. You know, you can climb on the walls, but just don't have monkey teeth, you know? It's just, there's decorum. You know, there's a line. There's no need. But considering I can't play White Knight, and that is literally just a lady like screams and flies buzz around you, I don't think I'd be able to. I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be playing a game where a lady's crawling on the wall. So I didn't get that. I just went for my favourites. Goodness me. Very sorry. Big yawn. Where are we going now? So I've just finished knitwear, which is 8. Let's go. We finished the blue socks. I got them. I brought them out because I'm a genius. I remembered. The toes always look kind of funny, but when you put it on, it doesn't look that strange. It's just because you decrease sort of at the same speed and time and stuff. You don't like only do a few here and a lot there. Though I have seen a pattern for it. I feel like this would have looked a lot better in something like this. Which is what I kind of thought this was, because it like had short little bursts of colour. But it does not, clearly. Is it just me or does it look massive? Like, I've tried them on and they're fine. But everyone on, like, Instagram and stuff seems to have these super tiny, dainty little socks. And mine just look like they're, like, extra large men's. I'm only size 6, which is an average woman's size. In the UK, at least. But, yeah, we have 2 of them. Let's go. I really like the pan. It was a little bit of a pain to pay attention every single row, but I think it's quite cute, you know. So we've got another pair of socks. I need to take pictures of them so I can upload them, but these are now done. Let's go. We are doing a decrease this way. This. Yeah. I'm watching a show on Netflix called 657 Boulevard. Well, it's called The Watcher, but it's about 657 Boulevard. And I watched was it on BuzzFeed? Because they were called The Watcher after that episode, wasn't it? But I watched the BuzzFeed video on it, like years ago. I used to watch it a lot when I'd watch like the BuzzFeed marathons when I was sewing, just because it was something I could put on and not necessarily have to look at, because they did a good job at like describing what they were looking at. So I didn't feel like I needed to see it, so it was something that I could play while my eyeballs were elsewhere. They were still in my head, they were just, you know, looking at other stuff. I don't have detachable eyeballs. Sometimes I think it would be useful to get a closer look at something. You know? Zoom in and enhance, but like a physical movement. A pearl, then a knit, then a yarn, and then sew. I'm a buffoon. I'm the world's biggest buffoon. Einstein would be laughing at me right now. I don't know why I bring Einstein into all of my problems, but he can deal with it. Was he a good person? I'm not sure. Was he strange? No idea. I should do more research before I keep bringing people into get cancelled. 1. Yeah, I know he's like a genius, but 2. What was I saying before I got distracted by Einstein? Goodness, am I the same way in real life? I know I lose track of the topic, but I didn't realise I was this bad. I feel like when I'm streaming, because obviously to try and find clips and stuff, you have to play back the thing. I'm like, damn, I am annoying with a capital A, like. But it's fine. Come here. Okay. I want to do another Pokemon stream, but I think I want to do Sword so that you guys can all see my struggle. Because, right, I have chained, I think, 4 or 5 things in that game. So in the Pokedex, they're all at the maximum number that they can be at. The number doesn't change anymore. I think it's 999 plus, something like that. They're all at that. And I haven't got one shiny yet, and I'm convinced that my game has been programmed without them. So, you know, considering the first shiny stream went so well, I think the next one's gonna go even greater, you know? On Pokemon Sword. I've tried to get a Wooloo for the past long time, and it's just not working. They're just not, they're not. And I have fought everything. I just kind of like a massacre, and I just attacked everything that popped up on the grass. And I still didn't get anything. I haven't got any. I haven't got one shiny yet, and it's not fun. And Quinn got, I think, Shield. I don't think he got Sword. But he's got loads of shinies, and he rubs it in my face, and he's big stinky. Hey! It's not a skill issue, you're bullying me. Literally, we were like playing next to each other, and he was just like, oh look, another shiny, and I'm like, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You're so mean, you won't even get one for me. You know? It's your fault, you're stealing them all. So mean. So mean. So I was trying to get an Abomus now, because I keep checking that I haven't like missed one, and I haven't. There's just the standard colour in the Pokedex, so I haven't like blinks, you know, and in my rage just accidentally mortaled one. Oh, I did it wrong. No. Is anyone gonna notice? Probably not. Am I gonna notice? Probably yes. Did I do it wrong? Did I? Yeah, I did. Oh well. So that should be that one. That should call it that one. And we've just done 9. So I should have done row 8. This is the existing. They don't! They didn't program it properly, and I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna go live, and you're all gonna see I'm being bullied. But, I mean, I don't know, like, because I know I have the worst luck imaginable, would it be boring to do, like, a multiple hour stream when I know I'm not gonna get anything? Because my game doesn't have them. But, yeah, I've tried to get Wooloo. That's what I'm currently trying to get. Still. I tried to get a Abomus now, because I know that one's colour change is only slightly different. I think the green is more like a teal than like a green. I think the eyes are different. I believe. Yes, it's something eventually. Do I though? Do I? You've seen me play for hours. It doesn't. They hate me. It hits. Game Freak just does not like me. I'm banned. I'm barred. Banished. I can't think of any others. Yeah, I think I might set that up for new things because I want to try the new game. I want to see how that is. But I do kind of miss like the shiny streams are just easy, you know. Like I know I'm not gonna get scared. The likelihood of anything happening is very, very minimal. My cute little pickle mans. I'm gonna need to. Oh, that's a nut in it. No! The most unjoyous occasion. Is it a knot that I've done or is it a connector knot? Is it a connector knot because it's orange to orange? Yeah, I've got no chance of undoing that. Anywho. I'm also 6 foot away from the table. Ouch. Pulling the dang wire. Yeah, I'm watching 657 Boulevard. Well, the Watcher on Netflix. As I was saying. And I don't know if I like it. I've watched the first episode, and they're kind of, from what I remember from the BuzzFeed video, it's nothing like the BuzzFeed video. Like, it's nothing like the story that they told, so I don't know who's been embellishing details or stuff, but I thought the BuzzFeed video would them like reading through the case file kind of thing. Whereas this one, it appears to be making out that the entire neighborhood was creepy, and I don't remember that being. I need to change the font size on that textbook. God damn. My grandma could read that. What the heck? I didn't realize it was so chunky. Anyway, sorry, massive distraction. But yeah, they're making it look like the whole neighborhood's creepy and weird, and that they don't like the people that moved in. And from what I remember, that wasn't the case. Like, there's a guy, I think he's called Jimmy, I can't remember. We've seen him twice, okay? And both times he's being yelled at to leave the property. Don't laugh at me, hey. And he was in the dumbwaiter. And they seem to be making a lot of focus on the dumbwaiter, and I love dumbwaiters. You know, the little cupboards in the wall you put food in, it's like a little elevator. Kids should not climb in them, by the way. Please don't climb in them. I'm not your mother, but don't climb in it. Should I have been a decrease there? Did I do one? I did not. I am the world's biggest buffoon today. What's wrong with me? Did I do one on this side? I did. Do I go back? No, we're just gonna do one in the middle here and no one saw anything, okay? Okay, good. Doopity doop. Gone. Done. Boom. Looks like just cooks like the same dumb ways. Yeah, I kind of... It's like the perfect bed. I feel like maybe it was like used with a dumbbell, maybe, and then the waiters used it, I suppose, because the cooks would use it, wouldn't they, to like send food upstairs. But what did I just do? I just did 9, which is why that line's there. Which would make it a decrease row. Oh, I've absolutely messed up this, my little chart thing I'm supposed to be keeping track. I have no idea where I keep putting the lines. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's right, and we're gonna go from there. But yeah, they seem to be focusing a lot on the dumbwaiter, and I don't remember that being such a focus of it in the BuzzFeed video. Obviously it might have been if I just omitted it. I'm not sure, I wasn't there. But like they've shown that he has not taken out a loan, but put all of the stocks and things, he's like sold everything to put it into the house, which is what I think I remember happening in the Doodah one. I know that they got the house when they sort of really shouldn't have, financially wise, you know. You do your coinage. But it's just, they're making out that the entire neighborhood's like strange people watchers, which is obviously giving them the impression that they're being watched. Every single neighbour, there's I think 3 sets of neighbours that we've met so far. One of them keeps climbing in the dumbwaiter, and the other one that's with Jimmy, I can't remember what she's called, like Oakford or something, I can't remember. She's obsessed with the dumbwaiter. She's part of some like historical preservation society, and they keep repairing the dumbwaiter because it's because of its historical relevance. So she's like obsessed with the dumbwaiter, and then the guy that she lives with keeps riding the dumbwaiter, but no one knows how he's getting in the house. The first time, apparently, they didn't notice if they had locked the doors or not. Apparently, it's a super safe neighborhood, no one locks the doors. It was like a point that they kept making when at the beginning of the first episode. And so I assume they didn't lock their door because it's supposed to be safe. Kind of feels homeowners association-y, but no one's said that yet. But I think it is. I'm not sure. It gives me the vibes of everything they're saying, you know? Getting HOA vibes. Which is never a good vibe to have. In my humble opinion. But yeah, there's like 2 neighbours, like I said, the guy that keeps riding the dumbwaiter, and then the lady that's obsessed with preserving everything in the house. Which I get, but also is, if you want to preserve the house, then you have the house and you preserve it. Like, you didn't buy the house, you can't really tell them what to do with it. Kinda, sort of, you know? But yeah, she's obsessed with it, and he was threatening to rip out the dumbwaiter because the grown man, he's like a grown man. He keeps riding in the dumbwaiter, but he's not sort of telling anyone that he's there. The youngest child was trying to put his ferret in the dumbwaiter for some reason, and he called it to the floor that he was on, and the grown man was in the dumbwaiter. And no one knows how he got in the house, because since the first time he broke in and was riding the dumbwaiter, they have since locked like all the doors. And I think everyone has a key, and they're supposed to lock the doors when you come out of it. And there's security cameras, but they weren't set up yet. They're still being set up in this video, in the first episode, I believe. So yeah, the lady's like, oh, the owners before you let him ride the dumbwaiter, it's fine, he's helpless. And they're like, lady, he keeps breaking into the house, like, it's not fine. Like, he's not knocking and asking to ride the dumbwaiter, he's just in the dumbwaiter. So I'm not sure what that is. I don't remember that happening in, you know, I don't remember the neighbours being absolute weirdos in the in the Watcher thingy episode. And then the letter. Okay, bye. Yeah, I don't remember the letter. There's some parts of the letter that I remember, because, you know, it's a creepy letter, so some of it stayed with me. But it seems like a lot of the letter has been changed and like exaggerated, which, you know, is fine, it's for a film, but I feel like the letter itself is creepy enough, you know? I don't get why base it on a true story if you're gonna change the, you know, like, it was creepy enough. I suppose that's why it's based on a true story and not like a true rendition telling of. But yeah, it's fine so far-ish. The dad seems to be really weird about the daughter wearing lipstick, but lets her wear like mini skirts and bikinis, so I'm not sure where the, like, I'm not sure what's up with the dad. He's giving me strange vibes. And then the other neighbours are really weird because they both just sit on their like front lawn kind of thing with full-on binoculars and just like fully watch the house. And the house they're watching, 657, has seen these neighbours watching them with binoculars. Haven't put any curtains up though, which would have been the first thing I would have done if I was being threatened with being perceived. Big ew, no thanks to that. But yeah, there's no curtains. We live life on the edge apparently in 657. But then something about bodies being in the cellar and the mail being emptied, and I'm like, okay, so now you're losing me. Now I've got no idea what's going on. Like in the, what's it called? Trailer. There was a lady that was like shouting at the policeman that we've seen now. Because the police are being useless, and I'm pretty sure the police were useless in BuzzFeed video. Please don't claim me for saying your channel name like 40 times. Please. But yeah, so I think obviously some things are exaggerated because it's for TV. But I don't know, it just feels unnecessary, you know? I feel like the story is creepy enough as it is. But now they're thinking that it's obviously one of the neighbours, but I thought the creepy part was that they'd been welcomed into the neighbourhood by the neighbours, and then someone's been a weirdo with the letters. So I'm not sure kind of what's going on, because I've only watched the first episode. So I'm hoping it picks up. My mum hasn't. I watched it with mum and dad, and she hasn't seen the BuzzFeed video, so I feel like I should potentially like rewatch it with her to see if I'm like remembering anything wrong. Oh my god, goodness me. Yeah, because then mum will get the context that I have. So I might do that. I need to weave this bit and I keep getting caught, so I think I'll do that off screen probably, because I don't know where my darning needles are. But it's a strange film. I'm hoping it picks up. I think it's got 6 episodes, 8 episodes, something like that. So I'm hoping it starts to make sense soon. But I also am kind of hoping that it doesn't just go completely offbeat and like turn into something it's not. Because, you know, I'm interested in it because it's the 657 Boulevard Street house thing. Not some strange rendition and you've just named the same house. It, you know? But yeah, I made a blouse. Going back to that. Sorry, I completely left that mid-thought. I made a skirt on Wednesday and Thursday, and then I made a blouse. Well, I've like pattern drafted the bodice. So I'm in 2 minds whether I want to like do the calico version of the bodice as it is, but I'm just not thrilled on where the darts are in the thing. I much prefer princess seams, so I think I'm gonna edit the block to have princess seams and then have that as my block. But I don't know whether I'll probably just trace around it to make like an editable block, and then to make like a super basic block in case something does call for the original dart to be moved in a different way, maybe. But yeah, I think I'll just draw around it. It's better to have 2, isn't it? It only took me about 40 minutes to draft, so with trying to do the math in my head, and then I gave up like halfway and just grabbed my mum's phone because I was filming on my phone, so I can't use a calculator on my phone because I'm using it to film my telephonic molecular device. but also couldn't use the calculator that we brought because it's been alive since like the dinosaurs and has unfortunately perished. We got new batteries for it and everything, but it just isn't. It turns on for a little bit, but you can get the numbers like 3 times 8 or whatever in, and then it just dies before you can like press the answer. So it's yeah, it's not good. Bless it. Rest in pieces, Mr. Calculator. You were good. You were good to us. This one's a decrease again. Yep. It says I need to keep doing this till there's 30 stitches on both needles. So this is needle 1. So this one should only have 30 on because it's the pattern. We've not picked up or dropped anything off this one. So it's this one. Goodness me, big yawn. I'm a tired bean. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Oh, just one more round of decrease. Let's go. Wait, that's 30 and I've done 1 decrease. That should be an odd number. I mustn't have decreased somewhere. Well, I should have. Because it should be 29. Or 31. Because I've just done 1. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. So we're back to row 1. Three and 4. Yeah. I'm not sure what blouse I want to make because I want to make kind of like a shirtwaist dress, but I'd like to drape it, but I can't drape it yet. I have one of those like plastic adjustable sized mannequins, but it's really not adjustable in the slightest. It's just not worth it personally to me. I wouldn't recommend anyone purchase one. There's other things you could buy that are better, especially for their money. I paid I think 112 for mine, or 90 something. I think I got mine in the sale. So it was like 80-90, something like that, but it's not worth it. It's seized up already and I've only had it like a year and a bit, so I really just wouldn't recommend them. I'm making my own body double mannequin thing. Nope, too far. With a bootstrap fashion pattern. And while that was having issues of its own with the printing, and when I tried to wear mine before I'd sewn up the back, it didn't actually fit me. It wasn't my body, so that's not the best, but it's a lot closer to the way I'm distributed than the plastic quote-unquote adjustable one is, because the thing with the adjustable ones is that they're still based on a slim person, so they have like a small chest which does not adjust in like protrusion kind of thing, so they're kind of expecting you to have like a flat-ish small body, and if you've got anything bigger there's no adjustment for that bit. So you just kind of have to make the whole torso bigger, which is making the top sort of the stomach, you know, above your belly button, below your bra strap. It's making that bigger too, and that doesn't necessarily need to be bigger, but you can't not make the chest. You can't make the chest bigger without making the top of your stomach bigger too. But it's still like sort of small-ish web and then flat. so you've got nothing to like try and show like a stomach or anything like that, and the hips come, you know, waist, hip. It's still based on like a skinny mannequin, which is kind of annoying. So I bought the plus size one because I'm distributed a little bit differently to that, but yeah, it was a little bit annoying to, like I said, I've spent all that and then it didn't even adjust properly, and the mannequin itself is too heavy for the tools it's given. It's got these like two plastic bolt looking things that like screw together, and they're supposed to hold the stick, so the height of the mannequin. They're supposed to hold it and they don't. It slides down over the day, which is not helpful at all when there's nothing on it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Perfect, so I don't need to do any more decreases, it's just the length for the thing now. So that's cool. But yeah, no, it was such like a waste of money, it felt like. So much you only want to be marginally bigger, I suppose. Go for it. But for all their money, you're kind of just better off trying to find like a solid mannequin in your size, and or making one, like say with there's several different ways of doing it. You can duct tape yourself and make a pattern of yourself that way. That looked really fun. I did that for my sister once, but I'm not sure what I did wrong because the entire pattern just like collapsed in on itself. The taped body, because I just used the taped body because I didn't need to sew into it or anything. So I just used the taped body, but it just kind of like got really dumpy and small. It's not her size whatsoever. So that was an interesting science experiment, you know. There's a little things to pattern. But yeah, I think I'm not sure what's on the agenda next week, because I need to. The mannequin I've made is almost completely completed. It just needs sponge for the neck, but the neck's bigger. It wants like industrial sponge kind of thing, like really thick, really round square of sponge, and I've just not been able to find one that isn't like really expensive or too thin. But that's basically all that's waiting. And then my mannequin can be finished. I've got a base for it and everything. And I want to do some draping on the mannequin. Which would be cool, because there's a dress I want to make and I'm not sure how to go about it if it's not draped. You know, just in my head I can just see it being pinned to the mannequin and then it working, but I'm not sure how I would go about pattern drafting it. So that's kind of like annoying because it's one of the dresses I want to make. I've drawn like a thumbnail for it and everything for it to be recorded and uploaded and stuff, but because I haven't finished the mannequin I can't progress on the dress. I suppose I could see how to pattern it, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a style that I'm going to want to make again, so it kind of feels like a waste to make a whole paper pattern for it if I'm not going to use it again, you know? Kind of thing. But yeah, I think I've been wearing my Edwardian skirt at the workshop and I feel so like magic. You know? I love the long swoopy skirt. I was gonna give Odette a like more Edwardian-y outfit, and I just didn't. I had so many different ideas. I wanted something that was like vintage, like 40s, 50s, but like true vintage, so like looking at patterns from, or like a Sears magazine kind of thing. I wanted it to be iconic, but not like a poodle and polka dots on a circle skirt kind of vibe. But I did want it to still be cute, and then I wanted to have something that was like frilly, like classic Lolita-esque. I just had so many different ideas. And then I had like too many. Yeah, sorry, the pattern just did not look right for a second. Let me just check I've done this right. Pow! And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, for the decrease. Yep. And then 1, 2, and then yeah. I have done it right. Oh, my music stopped. What's going on here? It should just loop. Oh, it is playing. It's just in the background somewhere. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I have a few other dresses that I want to make, but I kind of want to make a corset first. I've already finished my overbust one, but I want to make an underbust one. But I've been wanting to try and get some more classes sorted for the workshop, so I don't really want to do like things that are just for me that aren't able to be classes. But yeah, I think it should only take me a couple of days, I think, to make an underbust. So I might sort of crack on with it Tuesday, because then I can start making all the dresses, because I will have like the correct measurements that I'll need. Come here, stop it. Let's see. The new Hololive gen just debuted, and there was so much buzz around it. They're all so cute. I recognized 2 of them instantly, and that is the, I think, 2nd and 3rd people I've ever known in a past life before, and it's been like such a shock to be like, that voice, I know you. You know? So I'm happy for them. Hololive feels like a good environment for them to be in. And I'm not gonna say it's everyone's end goal, but I'm sure it's, you know, Hololive is like the company of companies, isn't it? So, but there's other companies, you know? But it is nice that they've found their home with them. Obviously it was kind of sad because I saw their graduation posts and stuff, and I was like, oh no, it sucks. And then, yeah, their debuts, I was like, hang on a minute. So, yeah, it's happy that they've not sort of have to go somewhere else, I suppose, you know, like a IRL job or anything like that. They're streaming, doing what they like. Which is good. Because now I get to listen to them again. Let's go! I wonder if they're able to have more control over their characters now. Because I remember, I think, for the first few, they were like pre-designed, but Oda and Gigi especially feel like they had some influence on their character, so I'm not sure if they're like waxing up a bit more with that. I saw a Twitter thread recently about how the members of that generation, wave, however you wanna, have met up with the people in admin in Japan before they'd even debuted, and Hololive's people, I think Myth didn't really speak to each other much before debut, because I think, I mean, obviously it's like the first gen, so they had a ton to do, bless them, and like a ton of pressure, but it's nice to see that they're like talking a lot. I wonder if, I think they've lowered the collab ban, haven't they? It used to be, I think, was it 2 weeks? But I'm pretty sure for Iris especially, I'm pretty sure like Myth, and I'm pretty sure it's like Gura specifically, a little gal Gura, bless her, I'm sure she got round it by accidentally playing the same games that Iris was playing so that she wouldn't be playing them on her own. I do wonder why they debuted Iris alone. You know, it's just interesting. But yeah, so it's cool. I think it was 2 weeks, I think, but now I think it's only a week, because of how much they would just try and get around it, which is really sweet. You know, you want to see the new members so bad you're like breaking the company rules. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know that Eiji Sanji's had their new wave out for a little bit. I like Clara, she's got a nice voice, she's very pretty. Very talented though, she can speak a few languages, can't she? Speaking of Cecilia, right? Is it Celine? Celine Cecilia? The doll one, the clockwork doll one of Hololive. She can speak a ton of languages. I think it was English, French, German, Japanese, and I think there was one other. But she can speak so many languages. I mean, oh, I can barely speak my mother tongue right. But I haven't seen too much of Elizabeth, aside from her introduction video, her debut thing, where she was doing a very good Kiara and Callie impression. To be honest, that was eerily good. I wonder if she told management that was what she was going to do with her ability to do impressions, or it's interesting. They're interesting. Quite a chaotic generation, aren't they? But like I said, it's good. You know, a couple of people that I've followed for a bit, and then you see obviously that they graduate, and it's like, oh no, that's sad. I thought things were going good, you know? And then they pop up somewhere else and haha, you're back. You know? I've already seen some people trying to stir drama with a couple of the new members' past life friends. I just don't think there's any need for that. You know, I'm sure they're happy for them because they're friends. You know, why would you not want to see your friend succeed? So I hope that doesn't get to any of them. You know, I hope it kind of stays on the boards and the forums and things. I hope it doesn't go to the previous members, you know? Or to the current members. Oh, yeah. I just finished watching a K-drama that's called Signal. It was made in, I think, 2016, 2017, something like that. It's really good. It's got that, like, retro cop vibe kind of thing. It's about policeman in, I think, 1996. And he has a radio. And then he communicates with a guy from 2015. And then the guy from 2015 obviously knows what case is. Like, you know. I just dropped my pen on the floor. There we go. He's like, oh, there's a like a murder that's about to happen on like the 12th or whatever. You've got to stop it. It's, you know, this person's name. Because he's the 2015 detective is part of a cold case squad. So the 1996 detective is like, who did it? Who did it? And the guy's like, I don't know. I don't know. So he like alters the past sometimes, like a little bit, and then sometimes it goes well and they save people, and sometimes it does not go well and they end up mauling more people. So it's interesting to kind of see how it's like the balance of, because they both have moments where they're like, let's not listen to these transmissions anymore because we're making the world worse. Because I think they both lost someone that they cared about. So they then like fall out of using this transmission-y things for good, and then they end up using them again. Save a couple of people, they change the timeline a little bit. But overall it's quite interesting. They do leave it on like a cliffhanger, so the bad guys are looking for the policeman, and then the policeman's friends are looking for the policeman, and it doesn't show you who gets to him first. Because the bad guys are in the building where the policeman is. And then his friends are just pulling up outside while the bad people are like ransacking, trying to find the policeman. But it doesn't show you who gets first, it just shows you him in the room, and then the door opens, and then he turns around, and then it ends. So you don't get to see what happened with that. Which feels like it was setting up for season 2, but clearly it didn't get the like report kind of thing it needed, so I didn't get one. But it was interesting. There was times in it that sort of, no, you do the back first, you cross it off straight over. Yeah, this one was a bit infuriating. Like, they were asking like strange questions and not like the obvious ones. But you know, I suppose it was for the plot. For the vine. I wonder what would the state of the internet would be if Vine was still around. I wonder. I've been working on like I have one song that I have planned, that I have the lyrics recorded for, I have the music track, I have the artwork mostly done. I have all 3 of them. I work on them all in tandem, so I'll colour them all at the same time, and I drew them all at the same time to attempt to stop them all looking like they were drawn by entirely different people. Because consistent art style, who is that? No idea who she is. And it's been I ended up slipping this one off. Okay. It's been a little bit. I'm just gonna move this marker to the very side, because the next thing that we're gonna need to measure from is this place here. So I'm just going to swap that there. What was I saying? No idea. Brilliant. 6. So now we're on 7. Stop hitting everything. Yeah, no, it's completely gone. Wow. 7. I got some more jigsaws. I went to charity shop. I shouldn't have done that. I got some more jigsaws. I got 2. They're really pretty. One's like a painting of a vase with some flowers and some bird eggs. It says on the box who painted it like originally. And then the other one is a double-sided Fabergé egg, and I absolutely love Fabergé eggs. I went on like this mad like research spiral of them years ago now, and I just really love them. I have like a little like porcelain egg kind of thing that sort of semi resembles a Fabergé egg-ish, kind of. It's an egg basically. It's an egg and it opens. But yeah, I was just fascinated by Fabergé eggs, and this one is a double-sided. Nope. This way. Yep. This one's like a double-sided oval pattern, oval jigsaw, and it's just so interesting. One of them is the red egg. It says on the back the eggs and when they were made and stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head, but one of them is red, and one of them I believe is a Russian family. I'm not 100% sure. I get Russian vibes, I think, from what I remember, which isn't a lot from my like mad research. But yeah, I absolutely love subjects. So I got those 2. I got some fabric. It's like olive, nice pretty olive colour, and it's got ribbons and flowers going down it in stripes. So I don't know whether I want to make a blouse out of it or a skirt first, because I think there should be enough for like a short sleeved blouse. It's like a standard kind of shirt blouse kind of thing. And like a flared skirt like what I made I've gone underneath somehow in the grey fabric that I've just made. I believe there should be enough to make both pieces, but then I'm kind of like, do I want a skirt and a blouse, or do I want a dress? Because generally I usually lean more towards dresses, like to make dresses, but my mum was like, if you have a skirt and a blouse and you can wear it with other things, and I'm like, oh well, I didn't think about that, because I just think like if it's a dress I can just chuck the dress on and then I'm done, you know. And she was like, well, if you made a skirt and a blouse, then it like breaks up the pattern and you've got more with less, you know. And I was like, that's a genius. Why have I done 8 twice? Interesting. So after this row I won't mark it down because then that'll make it right. But oh, no. It's a pearl, that's a yarn over, isn't it? Yeah. Almost just dropped a stitch there. I haven't done that since when I did it on the front of the blue ones. I hadn't done it before and I haven't done it since. So I'm assuming it must have been like that, like a yarn over that didn't quite look right, so I've just like swiped it off the needle. Whoops. Can't be when I was paying attention. But yeah, I kind of want to make, I don't know. It's like, say the skirt then means I can wear it with other things. Because Mum was saying that sometimes fabric is too much as a dress, and I'm like, I get that, but also, dress is just dress, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I'm a little bit torn. Which I also think is what's causing such a pause on making, because I'm just not 100% sure what I want to make right now. I have some things that I've got planned out in my little book. I have a little book. I can grab it. It's under here. I have my little book. You can't really see anything. It's not like mirrored. It's white doodah. Let's see. So I have like things like this. Oh, you can't really tell. So, like the dresses and the notions and things that I need. And as you can see, make with, because I'm not sure what I want to make it with. I just know that I want to make them. But yeah, this book is just like full of those kind of things. Some historical, some vintage. This one I think is one that I'm going to make soonish. This lotusy one, because I've drawn my character wearing the dress. It's currently stuck to my... Yeah. Before I changed the ears to look more bat-like, I still looked like a cat. So this is what I want to make. So I think I might make that soon. That actually rips the blue tack. Rips the paper off the back of the blue tack. Wow. Wow, back on the wall. And there's a Halloween one that I want to make, but I don't have... I wanted to make it with black and purple fabric, but I don't have the black and purple fabric. But I do have what I'm quite excited to make for this Halloween is a dress that I've had the fabric for about 3 years, 4 years, something like that. I like having a stash in one sense because it means I don't have to wait to start a project. I have like a backlog of things that I want to fix, what I want to make. But I also feel really bad because there's some fabrics that I've bought that I had plans for that I still remember the plans for. There's some fabric I have and I have no idea why I bought it. Absolutely no idea. I'm like, what on earth would I wear in this? And the answer is nothing. So it goes back on the shelf. But there's some fabrics where I can remember the plan that I had, and at the time I loved it, but for one reason or another I just didn't make it, you know? And now I'm kind of like, well, I wouldn't really wear the thing now, or the fabric's kind of childish-y, or there's some fabric that I have, I think from when I was like 15, 16, something like that. It was like the first cut of fabric that my mum like entirely took a step back on. So she let me pick it. She was like, you know, you can have 3 meters. So it's up to you whether you get one pattern, like one piece of fabric, 3 meters of that, or you get 3 1 meters or 2 1.5 meters, whatever it is. But your cap is 3 meters. And I was like, brilliant, that's fine, that's great. And I think I ended up getting 3 1 meter cuts, which was enough to do something with when I was like 15. But now it would have to be something really small, or like a panel to go with other things, because I can't make an item of clothing out of a meter of fabric anymore, you know? It would have to be very, very, very short. It's the dog's day back in today, isn't it? Entire neighbourhood's alive. But yeah, I now have this fabric that I still think's cute. Don't get me wrong, you know. Why is this not correct? You should not be a pearl, that's why. Where did I go wrong? 1 pearl, 1 knit yarn, 2 knit, that's why. Knit is in the wrong should have done 2 before the decrease, not 1. So we'll just go back because I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, so now I have this fabric that I really, like I say, I still think it's cute. I just don't see myself wearing something from it now like I would have worn and potentially loved something from it when I bought it. So now it's just kind of sat on my shelf till I can decide on something to do with it. It's probably going to turn into a pouch because it's not enough to make a blouse with. One of them I still think is really cute, but again it's only 1 meter, so I can't really do anything with it. I think I want to make skirts with them. I think was my plan. You know, back when. But yeah, unfortunately I hesitated too long. And now I have fabric in my stash that I don't really know what to do with. Which sucks, but it's pretty at least. I will eventually use it for something, I just need to think of what. One of them is like a shell. It's white and it's got shells that are like pastel blue, pink and yellow. One of them is a blue base that's got like antique-y brass clocks all over it. One of them is, goodness me, I could see it till I started talking. Oh, it's like neon green. It's not neon green, but it's quite a bright green, to be honest. It's very, very bright. And it's got mushrooms on it and butterflies on it. No, it hasn't. It's got mushrooms and bunnies on it. It hasn't got butterflies on it. I lied. But they're kind of oddly spaced. There's like so much gap between them. So I'm not 100% sure what to do with that anymore. I have some fabric. It's grey and it's got clouds on it. It's a bit like a canvasy. It was supposed to be denim, but it really just doesn't feel like denim. But it has like a drill weave to it, but it's not denim like it was sold to me as, you know. And I want to make trousers with it, but I just don't like trousers. Like I wear them in the workshop and stuff just for convenience. I'm like wandering around a lot and I tend to get my skirt caught on a lot of things, but out of preference I would prefer to wear a skirt. So now I have this fabric that I bought to make trousers with, that if I'd made the trousers when I bought them, then they would be trousers. But now I'm like, do I want to make trousers out of the fabric, or do I, you know, make a skirt, make a dress, but it's kind of heavy, so I'm not sure what style it would suit. Yeah, that was 9. Resuming through this, almost did an entire another row, another like set of pattern. I can see the pattern a little bit more here now, so that's kind of cool. Maybe it'll expand once I put it on. I haven't tried this one on yet. Oh goodness me, big yawn. I'm just kind of hoping that it'll all work out. But I think this one will be my last kind of go around. 11:30, so I am gonna get the day started. I believe I'm gonna have to go to shop again, which, ugh, but you know, need food for sustenance and that. But yeah, I've kind of got a lot of stuff that I kind of regret. Not regret buying, because it brought me joy, and like I say, I had a plan when I bought it, but I hesitate a lot. Probably because I've never been at a place where I'm happy, and I feel like the fabric like deserves better, you know? Like I don't go anywhere to show it off, so I'm like, why cut into the fabric now when I could like ruin it or grow out of it. Instead I can wait till I'm like a better looking, or I have more plans, or you know, things like that. So it just ends up staying on my shelf a lot. Oh, did I just drop one? I don't believe I did. Nothing appears to be unraveling. So yeah, I end up hoarding a lot unintentionally, because like I would love to use it. I do love sewing, but I just feel, especially for the expensive fabric, I have some fabric that's like £14–15 a meter. Obviously I don't want to cut into that until I'm like super happy, because I just don't know when I'll ever be in the financial bracket to purchase something like that again. Which, you know, is what it is. But I have so much fabric, and there's obviously more fabric in the world that I would like to purchase, but I just don't need any more. I need to use what I have. But because I'm so unhappy, it feels like a waste. But to make changes wouldn't be finished for like a year and a bit, so I'm like, then it's a year and a bit of not sewing again, and do you know what I mean? It's an endless cycle. But yeah, I will work something out. I am starting to lean more towards a skirt and blouse, unless it's something tricky, I think. But I think I'm going to make the lotus dress next, and that does need princess seams, so the bodice that I'm making is going to fit quite well. I use Norawa's. No, I don't. It's the corset book. Is it Winifred Aldrich? I use her pattern drafting book. I would recommend it. I think it's got a nice balance of the basics and some, like a decent amount of things that you can edit. You know, like different colours, things like that. I made little pumpkins out of my shinies. And then this, I didn't tie the knot off properly, so it just came out. But that needs fixing, so just don't look at that. But yeah, I got little pumpkins. But yeah. So, oh, let's see how much progress we made. We made a decent amount of progress, I think, right? Sounds like a sock. So this bit's obviously where your foot goes in, and then this bit we're just doing. So it looks like a giant man's foot. I think it's 5 inches from the last decrease. So we've done about an inch. So that's cool. You can kind of see the pattern a little bit better. So that's good. But yeah, so I think next week will be tiny doors and tiny doors? It's called tiny doors? Something doors, anyway. Tricky doors? Tricky doors, that's it. It's not tiny, it's tricky. Nincompoop. It's gonna be that, and then I'm gonna do Pokemon, I think. Yeah. That is all for me. From me, I suppose. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in the museum today. I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.